What's up out there? What's up to Raider Nation? Every fan that was out there watching the game last Sunday. It's your boy Willow. Y'all done tuned in to the Will to the fucking O show. If you don't know, you about to know. Let's go. All right, today, man, I'm on a topic of my team last Sunday. I should say yesterday. I feel like we giving away fucking games, man. I don't understand what's up with my team, man. I don't get why we giving away games that we should win. Now I can understand if it wasn't a must win. I wasn't tripping on the last games, but yesterday was a must win game, man. We needed that game, man. It's like for stats and for, you know what I'm saying, a whole other lot of reasons I don't feel like getting into right now because I don't feel like fucking with my brain right now. But if you watch football and you're a Raider fans, you already know how yesterday was a game that we should have won yesterday and we needed to win. We needed that game, man. And I felt like was fucked up how we was just nonchalant about it. Like we felt like that we should already win this game. And I feel like the last 3 or 4 games we've been feeling like we've been had it in the pocket and we felt like we didn't have to do too much. Last Sunday game I really wasn't like holding that against too many players from the Raiders because I felt like Carr wasn't in there and I felt like that was a game that was up to grabs for anybody to get, if you ask me. But we didn't have our star quarterback, so it was what it was. So I felt like this game we should have bounced back a little bit more. I feel like that we should have ran the scoreboard up just a little bit more because I feel like that Cora was back. Now I know the chemistry wasn't going to be all there. I wasn't mad about the chemistry, but I was tripping on the way they was playing nonchalant and they felt like that it was no reason to rush or play with urgency in this game. And they felt like, oh, well, we got it in the pocket. We can lay back and we can play games. And I was tweeting on Twitter and Facebook, and I was talking to some other Raider fans, and we was messaging back and forth, and it was like, don't trip, Willow, we got this, my nigga, we in this. So I tweeted and I text back on Facebook, I was like, yeah, we got this. I was like, we can settle down, we got this, we all good. But then when I seen that fourth down, I think it was in the fourth quarter, and it was the 4th and 1, and all we needed was that yard. And I couldn't understand for the life of me, why would we punt that ball off? I knew that our defense was showing up Sunday, but I felt like that our image of us is pushing the line, and what win games for us is doing the impossible. And I felt like yesterday when it was 4th and 1 in the fourth quarter, I felt like we should have went for that. I felt like it was no reason that we should have punted that ball off even though our defense was doing what they had to do. But I felt like we shouldn't have gave them that ball back because every time I watch football, I don't care if it's not my team or any team, faith have it, it always work out that way. When you punt that ball off at the last couple of minutes of the quarter, they usually march down the field and kick that field goal and win it just like they won yesterday. And I felt like that was a recipe that was headed for disaster. When they didn't go for that first down, I felt like it was a kind of blow to our image. I felt like that was our image, that we do plays at the end of the game that pushes us over where we need to be at, and that's what get us the win of the game. But I felt some kind of way yesterday when they didn't go for that. I felt like we should have went for that 4th and 1. I felt like even if we didn't get it, we should have went for it. We lost the game anyway, so we should have went for that. And we should have went for that and then relied on our defense just like we relied on our defense when we punted that ball off. Because if you see it, either way, they still marched down the field and did what they had to do. And I felt like we should have went for that fucking first down. I felt like we should have gave it. That was a nice time to get that ball to Beast Mode because I felt like Beast would have got that first down. What do we have him there for? And I feel like that y'all use him for the wrong reasons. I feel like y'all try to use this man as a workhorse, but y'all did. Granted, y'all didn't do that y'all didn't do that yesterday. Y'all didn't try to use him as a workhorse. Y'all tried to mix him up. But you see how the game plays when you mix him up and not just have beast mode trying to be the workhorse. because you have niggas younger than beast mode and they should be the workhorse, and he should come in and just finish off the finishing touches. He should start off on the first down. You give him the ball, he run, get the 4 to 5 yards. Then you bring in somebody else, and then you pass that ball. Then you bring beast mode in and look like you finna run that ball again, but you pass that ball or whatever your plays be, whatever the coach want to come up with. But I feel like that's what they should do. But for some reason, they not doing that. And for our reasons that I cannot understand why we did not go for that first down. If you look at any of our plays or any of the wins back in last season, we won those games on doing shit that NFL teams don't do. And when we go for that touchdown or we go for them extra 3 yards, that was won the game for us. And when we didn't do that yesterday, I felt like, damn, that's our image, man. That's who we are. We didn't do that. And it wasn't just that play. If anybody paid attention, it wasn't just that play, man. It was a lot of plays that we had that I felt like that we should have went on and tried to get them extra yards, man. Even if we'd have lost it or not, and we still had to punt that ball off. And I felt like they was acting like they was trying to play a field position, and I wasn't mad at that through the whole game. But when it got down to the last of it, and it got down to the fourth quarter, and it got down to third and 1, I felt like we should have went for that. It probably was 4th and 1. Excuse me if I was wrong about that, but I think it was 4th and 1. If I was wrong, y'all go ahead and hit me back and let me know and correct me. But I felt like we should have went for that. And I was mad about the bullshit. And I'm like, this is our image, man. This is what we do. Why the fuck we didn't go for that? And then I felt like we paid for that shit at the end of the game. I don't give a fuck about that field goal that they missed. Don't give a fuck. Don't care. I'm tripping on why the fuck we did not go for that first down, man, when we only had a yard. That's our image. That's what we do. And that's why we got beast mode, to get them hard yards. Why do y'all have him out there getting bullshit ass yards whenever y'all want to? But when it comes to the point of him getting the yards that we know that he should get, y'all don't put him out there on the field for that. That's a food for thought, and that's something that y'all need to think about, man. Y'all should have had him on the field for that last play. And it felt like that was the last thing. That was like, it was kind of similar to what Seattle went through when they was in the Super Bowl, and they should have gave it to beast mode, but they ended up passing it. I felt like at that moment right there, they shouldn't have kicked the ball off. They should have gave it to beast mode. Even if he didn't even get that 1 yard, I felt like that's what he's there for, and we should give it to him and see if he can get that for us. And they didn't do that, man. And I felt like they should have gave it to him, and I felt like that the line should have held and let that man get that first yard. And I felt like he could have got that first yard, because the whole game he been proving that he can get 4 yards or 3 yards or anything over the 2 yards. And I felt like he could have got that 1 yard regardless if he'd had to drag somebody or whatever. I felt like we could have got them that 1 yard, but we didn't get that. And I was kind of upset about that. Excuse me for my sweating, but I already told y'all before my last recording, I'm in Vegas. I stay in Vegas. It's hot out here, man, and it is what it is. But to get back to that, I felt like it was disrespect on beast mode once again. When it comes to the knuckle down, grindhouse, get that yard, beast mode should have had that ball. And that's the times that I feel like he should have that ball. When it comes to like moments like that, even if we don't even get that shit, I feel like his presence should be stated in the NFL. When it comes to a 4th and 1st down, have on your mind that we might actually just give that ball to beast mode and let him eat a motherfucker alive. We might just do that. But seems like it didn't happen. We were starting that when the season first started, and then last season that we'll go for them tough yards, them hard-nosed yards that we need to get, dig it cleats in the ground. Fuck it, let's go, let's get it. We'll live with the decision. If we don't get it, then it is what it is. That was a Raider game that I thought we was getting to, and I was happy to have that. I was like, damn, we some savages. But yesterday I felt like it was a lot of 4th and this, or a lot of 3rd down and that, and we didn't go for it. And I felt like we should have went for it. And I thought that was our image this season, and the image that we were starting last season, that we would go for it. The Chargers went for it. And even though they lost it, they kept trying and going for it. And I felt like that's what we should have did. Why we didn't do the same thing and keep going for it and keep hustling for it, man. And it kind of made me mad because I felt like that we should have kept on doing that. We should have kept on hustling. We should have kept on getting that shit. But we played soft yesterday. We played safe yesterday. We played the yard game yesterday. We didn't play the hard nose, fuck it. It is what it is. If we gamble and we lose, we lose. But for some reason, our coach wanted to play safe this game. I don't know if the reason was we lost a lot of games recently, and that was the reason why he was keeping it safe. I really don't know. I hope that's not the reason. I hope it was another reason, but I just wish we get back to that. We down, man. The game is on the line. We got a yard. Fuck it. Let's get it. If we don't get it, we don't get it. But that's an establishment that we trying to start from the Raiders grid game. We're going to hustle and we're going to get it. If you think we down in the third one and we got 4th and 2 or 4th and 1 or 4th and 5, go get it, man. That was what we were starting. That was our tradition, man. And then when we picked up beast mode, I was like, okay, he'll fit in good with that. So we can get that hustle game going on, and it'll work good, man. And it's not. Last game I wasn't feeling it, man. I felt like that we was kind of soft last game, and I felt like that we've been giving games away. And I don't like giving games away, man. And I feel like that certain teams couldn't beat us, man. I don't give a fuck. They couldn't beat us, but I felt like we gave games away. Even when Carr went down and we had the next game and Carr wasn't playing and whatever, we was good enough to still win those games. We didn't, excuse me. But we didn't. We gave games up, and I felt like that was kind of fucked up. Because I'm wondering, when is we going to dig down, or we going to do like we did last season, start digging down when it get deep off into the season just to make it to the playoffs? If we do that, I'm not mad at it, but why not win games that we know we could have won? We could have won those games, man. And anybody that's a Raider fan and know their team and love their team like I do, you know we could have won that game, man. There was no excuses for losing games that we lost. We should have won 2 of those games, man, that we lost, are the players that we can whoop. And I feel like when it get deep in the season, these same teams that was we should have won against, we gonna win against. And I feel like why we couldn't win against them right now, just to have our record look nice. But I guess it's not all about your record. I guess it's about getting to that playoffs, man. And that's what it's all about. It's not about your records. It's not about what you got. It's about that playoffs, because it doesn't matter what you did. It don't matter how many catches you got. It don't matter what nigga you juked or what boy you outran. Only thing we gonna remember is what you did in the Super Bowl and the playoffs, man. That's the only thing we gonna remember. We'll talk about the regular season, why it's going on, but soon as it gets to that playoffs and then the season is over, all we gonna talk about is the playoffs and the fucking Super Bowl. So I'm kind of not mad about that. I just want my team to pick up that intensity and stop sitting back looking like we got this. And I've been looking at my team and I've been feeling like certain wins we were sitting back like we got this. Too cocky. And then I was telling other people, I was like, man, we need to lose these games, because I feel like my boys is getting cocky, man. And we need to get out of that cocky shit. I don't feel that, man. It's like we need to get back to humble. We need to get back to eating. We need to get back to all my boys eating like they do. Niggas starving out here, and we need to start eating. And I give a shout out to the defense. Yesterday, the defense showed up. Y'all did y'all thing, man. Y'all impressed the fuck out of me yesterday. Y'all made me proud, man. I was happy as a motherfucker to see my defense do what they was doing. Man, I was happy about that, man. Big up to the Raiders defense out there yesterday. Man, y'all did y'all motherfucking thing, man. I was happy as a motherfucker to see y'all doing what y'all do, man. I was like, fuck. Them Raider boys out there eating. I love that black hole, man. Y'all keep eating out there. You know what I'm saying? Defense, y'all just keep getting better, man. Keep eating these niggas up like Pac-Man, dude. I love that shit. But I just need my offense to stop getting too cocky, man. Y'all calm that shit down. Get humble again, man. Get hungry again. Start looking at these teams like they the team to beat, man, and not the team to run over. Because you can't just keep on feeling like you can run over teams and shit, and you can play teams like you do, because eventually they're going to get a playbook for that shit. So you can't be cocky, man. You just got to do what you do. Play your shit. See my Raider shit. Shout out to that Raider gang, man. I stay with that shit. I live and breathe it. But that's a shout out to all my Raider fans and my family out there. I love y'all. But just back on that Raider shit, man. I'm here to rant and rave about my team yesterday. Anybody else that has a team out there, man, if you didn't catch my live broadcast and then you catch it later and you feel like that you have something to say and you feel like you want to say something to me, leave me a message, man. I'll read that message. I have my manager get at me about it. She'll tell me about what was written or what was said, and then I'll address it, and I'll get back on here and I'll talk to y'all about it. But I'm gonna keep on getting on here until I start getting my subscribers to hit live, and when I get on, people to get on live and debate with me about this NFL game. But I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing until I get my people to start listening to this broadcast in my channel. But I just want my team to get back on what they was doing, get back on the track that we was on last season. I felt like we finished the season on a good high, except for Carr going down. But this season, I felt like some players got big heads. I feel like Carr got a big head too. I feel like that he's throwing away passes that he feel like that's not his fault. And I was looking at that and I was like, you can't like look at other players and be like it's their fault. The timing is off, my nigga. Your timing is not right. It's not just that player, it's just you airing the ball out a little bit high. And a lot of your passes that was coming up out of there, I seen guys have to jump up in the air and make acrobatic catches and all this type of shit. You got to bring them passes back down, my guy. You got to have them down. I understand that you been up out of the league for a minute since you got hurt last season, so you haven't got your bearings, you haven't got your footing like you want to. I'm not mad at you about that. You my quarterback, I love you, but I just need you to start pointing the finger at niggas and see what you can do better and how you can improve and get back to your game and stop pointing the fingers because your receivers are not Superman and they're not flying in the air like they Superman, but you have to like pay attention to that, man, and start bringing them passes down and start letting us see the car that we used to seeing. But for some reason, you airing them balls up a little bit high. I don't know if it has something to do with you being laid off or if it has something to do with the chemistry with you and our receivers and the running backs or what. I don't know what it is, but I feel like that your chemistry is off. And me being a Raider fan and me loving the Raiders like I do, I'm going to give you nothing but excuses. I'm a fan. That's what I'm going to do. But I just feel like that you need to start bringing them balls down back for niggas can get them balls and start being able to run on the catch. The balls is getting to be too high up in the air, and then once they catch them and their feet hit the ground, they don't have time to make a move or think about a move. They automatically getting tucked down. So bring that ball back down, Carr, like you do. Catch a nigga on the move, catch him on the run, pass the ball so the boy can run and make his moves from there and do what he do. And then we can get back to what we doing. But to get off of my team and to talk about this NFL shit, I don't know if anybody's seen out there today. Adrian Peterson then got picked up. He then left the Saints. I'm not mad at him. I felt like the Saints wasn't doing shit for that boy, and they offense is not set for that boy. But I felt like he didn't want to be there, and everybody seen the way he was running, the way he was playing. He didn't want to be there. He was voicing his opinion loud as hell. Shit, how nobody couldn't say he didn't want to be there. Anybody that say that they thought that boy wanted to be there is insane. I knew it was cool for the Saints when they had seen him coming there. It was like, oh well, we got us somebody nice now. We gonna start doing something. No, you're not. You ain't doing shit. The boy gone. Y'all wasted fucking resources with this man. And y'all should have figured out from the beginning if he was okay with your offense, if he wanted to play off in your offense, and if he can get along with the offense. And I felt like that he wanted more plays for him that he wasn't getting. But I bet you with the team he got now, he finna get them plays. I bet you now he finna get them. But he got him 2 touchdowns last Sunday. I'm not mad at him. I'm not tripping. The boy gonna do his thing. He gonna get them yards for him. He gonna eat. I wanted that motherfucker to come to the Raiders, but it never did happen. I thought it was gonna happen, but it didn't happen. I was like, damn boy, if we get this boy to the Raiders, that'll be good. But we end up picking up beast mode, and I'm not mad at it. We needed it, you know what I'm saying? But I would like that I had that boy beast mode in him there, but I know the cap ain't gonna let it happen. I know people don't want that fantasy to go down, but I wish them boys both would have played for the Raiders, though. It'd have been a nice sight to see both of them boys in the backfield switching off. I'd have been sick to my stomach. A lot of other teams would have been too. But they wouldn't have let that happen in NFL because it would have been a problem. It had been too many games being ran away with, and I mean really ran away with. Niggas would have ran away with that shit. But I wish it would have happened. I wanted that boy. I was always a fan of him. I felt like the boy always had power. And I could never hate on nobody with power. Me being a Raider fan, I love a nigga that push with power. I love that. I feel like when you run over a motherfucker and leave him in your dust, that's a fucking football player, man. When you dragging like 2 or 3 defenders on you, man, that's a football player. And that's the way I feel. When you dragging motherfuckers, that boy play. And that's the way I feel. But that's here and there. I'm gonna take a break, and then I'm gonna get right back with y'all. And I'm gonna give people time to try to chime in on my show. And I'm gonna take a smoke break and a bathroom break and try to get people to see if anyone gonna chime in before I get on up out of here. And you know, it's your boy Will to the fucking O show. Your boy Willow. And I'm out, and I'm gonna get back with y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.